So, y'all want to know about the end of everything? Picture this. Inside a cup of hot tea, a ghost-like shadow slowly takes shape, and then pop! Out of nowhere there's a lump of sugar. It's only one of many oddities to be discovered when time starts running backwards. Weirder still, physicists agree that one day in the future, this might really happen. The universe displays this freakish burp of nature known as the Big Crunch. What goes up must come down. With that thought in mind, the entire universe might one day decide to shrink. Shrink and shrink and shrink, until there's nothing left. The universe began some 10 billion years ago with the Big Bang. Out of nothing is a bulb of tremendous energy set free. Matter didn't exist. The only thing there was this intense heat and particles. Outside the bulb was nothing, no time, no space. As a matter of fact, not even a place where the word nothing would even have any meaning. To ask what was before the Big Bang, or what is outside of the universe, is a meaningless question. It would be like asking, what continent is south of the South Pole? Or what if Bill Gates died before he was born? But the universe did expand at an immense speed. It began to cool down, and matter slowly started to take shape. After 100,000 years, the first atoms formed. After 1,000,000 years, the first star flickered up. After 3,000 million years, a small star that later we would call the Sun was born. And another 5,000 million years later, the astrophysicist named Edwin Hubble would prove there was such a thing as a Big Bang in the first place. Well, the universe right now is still expanding and cooling down. Time ticks, at least that's what we experience from our point of view. Time as we experience it is governed by entropy, the natural tendency of things to go into a more chaotic, less energetic state. That sounds more difficult than what it really is. When you throw a coffee mug on the floor, it will break into a chaotic configuration of splinters, while throwing a handful of the splinters on the floor will not create a new mug. When you put a lump of sugar into your tea, the sugar molecules want to mingle with the tea molecules, creating chaos. The only way to beat entropy is to invest energy. For example, by gluing the splinters of a broken mug together, you can't create a new one. But in the end, entropy always wins. Mountains erode, the universe cools, the sun cools and will one day die. The earth will eventually vanish, and all coffee mugs will someday be broken. Entropy is the deepest, most profound driving force in the universe. It defines time, ordering it to a point towards what we can call the future. But then, out of the blue, something completely crazy happens. Suddenly, the universe stops expanding, and it actually starts shrinking again, like a balloon losing air. Some cosmologists assume this will indeed be the case. There may be too much mass in the universe for the expansion to go on forever. The gravity of all matter in the universe combined may cause the inflation of the universe to slow down, come to a halt, and after that, the universe would start shrinking again. This would have unimaginable consequences. In a universe that's contracting, everything goes in reverse. The arrow of time points backwards. Amazingly, entropy would go the other way around. So there it is. The reverse universe. There are lumps of sugar coming out of nowhere, pieces of pottery coming together to form a coffee mug. Light will be mysteriously attracted to the sun and sucked into it. Atoms will want to form molecules as difficult as possible out of dust. Mountains will form, rivers will flow backwards, and you'll have to add cold to keep your cup of tea from becoming so hot it vaporizes and flies off. But you won't, as a matter of fact. You won't do anything, since you're not going to be there anymore. Although some theorists believe that in a reverse universe, the dead would rise again, living reverse lives until they vanish into nothing, it is unlikely this will happen. One thing, our body simply may not be apt to contract the universe. The biological mechanisms in our body are run by entropy. We need entropy like we need oxygen. No entropy, no life. What's more, it will take a long, long time before shrinking day comes. Some estimates lead for up to 10, 20 trillion years from now, 200 billion trillion years. By that time, our universe will have changed completely. Entropy will have caused stars to fade out and black holes to vaporize. Matter will be divided evenly across the universe. We'll have no particular reason to form stars and planets or humans living backwards lives. Matter will just kind of clot together, making a denser and denser universe. And admittedly, it's all speculative business. But don't bother. You won't miss a thing if you're not there when the universe contracts. After some 20 trillion years of rewinding, the universe would eventually go zip, as if it never existed. It's the event known as the Big Crunch. Crunch, in the mind of scientists, apparently being the opposite of bang. But will the universe really vanish? At the moment, most cosmologists don't really think so. The latest evidence suggests that the universe will keep expanding forever, becoming an ever emptier and colder place. Yes, that gives some problems of its own, but that's another story. See the previous video. However, the question whether the universe will shrink or expand forever is still not completely settled. But then again, many theorists think that the Big Crunch won't be the ultimate end, as the universe is shrunk back into a ridiculously tiny portion known as the planic length. It would go bang again. The universe would expand once more, and everything would start all over again, ping-ponging us forever, backwards and forwards, forwards and backwards, in time forever. Oh boy, starting to feel dizzy already?